You just want to continue to advance the story of Catastrophic Necromancer. If you want to hear more chapters in advance, give a like, share, and subscribe.
Chapter begin. The bell in the dungeon hall rang for a long time, and a new record was born again. Someone started timing from the moment Lin Moyu entered the instance until the bell rang and the timing ended. He exclaimed excitedly, "God, 15 minutes, a new record, a real new record. Heh, it's another record that no one has ever broken. It can be maintained for at least 100 years, and it might never be broken by anyone. Lin Shen will create one desperate record after another. How can we live with this?" In another way of thinking, it should be said that Lin Shen will create one goal after another, so that the latecomers of the race can catch up as much as they want. That is, isn't our human race constantly surpassing our predecessors and becoming stronger? The same problem, another way of thinking, has a completely different view. When the dungeon record is fully displayed, 15 minutes and 33 seconds. Compared to dungeons with hell difficulty, this is an astonishing record. The speed is too fast, and many people feel that it will take some time to finish this dungeon. Lin Moyu appeared outside the dungeon and entered the dungeon again. He swiped it over and over again, 4 whirlwind shards each time. His goal is to brush 5 rounds, get 20 whirlwind fragments, and form 4 whirlwind crystals. 2 of them are fused into the elemental godstone, and the other 2 can be kept for later use. In just 1 hour, Lin Moyu brushed 4 rounds. The time is very stable, basically in the early 15 minutes. Still short of the final round, this time he didn't immediately re-enter. He also raised his head and looked at his own record, wondering if there is a faster way to clear it. He didn't notice that the surroundings were full of people, all of whom cast admiring gazes. These people have a blind worship of Lin Moyu. Lin Moyu fell into his own thinking, and soon he thought of a method that he might try. Don't need experience, just pursue speed. Maybe you can try. There is no difficulty in brushing the copy, and there is not much experience in this copy. If possible, Lin Moyu would like to directly kill the boss in the dungeon, as long as he harvests the whirlwind fragments. He had the idea of pursuing the ultimate. Reset the time and enter the dungeon. The undead army appeared and the timer started. Lin Moyu decisively jumped onto the back of a skeleton warrior. The skeleton warrior, who had been blessed with a state, burst out at full speed and rushed towards Fengdao Chinese medicine regardless of his care. Along the way, neither dodge nor fight monsters, just charge forward. The wind fairy chased him all the way, but he couldn't catch up with the skeleton warrior. Skeleton warrior's speed is much faster than Lin Moyu's, and he has already run 20 kilometers in a little over 1 minute. I saw the wind passage from a distance and saw a few monsters guarding the door. Lin Moyu pointed out the skill, Curse of Aging. The wind fairies guarding the door suddenly slowed down. They failed to stop the skeleton warrior. In this way, the skeleton warrior rushed into the wind tunnel with Lin Moyu on his back. At this time, it was exactly 2 minutes before entering the dungeon. Step on the wind tunnel and fly high all the way. After flying for a full 2 minutes, I finally came to the sky plane. The skeleton warrior ran wildly without stopping. The red light lit up, and the curse of aging enveloped the entire sky plane. The speed of the whirlwind elves inside all slowed down. Immediately afterwards, another mass of green light exploded, followed by poisonous starbursts. After the second turn, the poisonous star ring and bleeding curse merged into a new skill, Poisonous Starburst. Range increased to 100 meters, comparable to Curse of Aging. Both exploded at the same point, covering exactly the same range. Nearly 1,000 monsters in the sky plane were poisoned at the same time. The originally blue sky plane was dyed a layer of green, and all the whirlwind elves emitted green light. They have to suffer damage equivalent to 20,000 points of strength per second, lasting 500 seconds. Lin Moyu knew they wouldn't last 5,000 seconds. I'm afraid I can't even last 100 seconds. The skeleton warrior was still running fast, and the whirlwind elves who were affected by the curse couldn't catch up with it at all. Only half a minute later, the skeleton warrior had already jumped onto the first floating stone platform. It kept jumping with Lin Moyu on its back, and in a blink of an eye, it had arrived at the platform outside the palace. Before Whirlwind Tiger could react, the undead army appeared in batches and started to attack directly. In a blink of an eye, the Whirlwind Tiger died. Rushed into the palace, walked through the corridor, directly entered the final hall of the dungeon, and saw the mount of Fengshen. Without giving it a chance to wake up, the skeletons have moved their hands like butchers. The Fengshen mount, which was still asleep, slept over again. This is a lot of kill information appears. On the sky plane, the whirlwind elves, whom he cast a poisonous starburst on, died one after another. They really didn't make it through and died cleanly. The bell in the dungeon hall rang again. But this time the bell was different. The sound was fast and hurried, like an alarm ringing non-stop. It rang nearly 100 times in a row without stopping. Everyone is dumbfounded. This kind of sound has never appeared before. Some people have been in the dungeon hall for many years, and they are very familiar with the rules of the dungeon hall, but never heard such a sound. Could it be that the clock in the dungeon hall is broken? Are you kidding? How could the clock in the dungeon hall be broken? It's a platinum-level prop. It won't break, even if you break it. But what does the bell mean? The bell usually represents a new record. This time it rings so quickly, it is estimated. Make it up, you continue to make it up. In Beishan Courtyard, the space was slightly distorted. Ning Tairan walked quickly. He saw Yan Guangsheng at a glance. Yan Guangsheng actually sat drinking tea with Bai Yuan. Ning Tairan showed disbelief on his old face. He knew that the two were in conflict, so how could they shake hands and make peace? They also sat and drank tea together, and it would be good if they didn't fight each other when they met. "Old man Ning, why are you here when you have time?" Bai Yi said jokingly. Yan Guangsheng also nodded towards Ning Tairan. "Old Ning, long time no see." Ning Tairan greeted the two of them and then quickly said, "Lin Moyu created hell difficulty, a new record for dungeons." Bai Yuan was slightly taken aback. "Isn't this normal? It's not the first time Xiao Yu broke the record." Ning Tairan looked a little unnatural. "It's different this time. Do you still remember the one from more than 600 years ago?" "The one from more than 600 years ago?" Bai Yuan thought for a while but couldn't remember for a while. Yan Guangsheng couldn't think of who it was. "Old man Ning, please speak directly, don't be dumb." Meng Anwen suddenly said, 673 years ago, Jiang Yi was the head of Xiajing Academy at that time. Ning Tairan said, "Yes, that's him." Bai Yiwen frowned and said, "I remember that back then he was known as the #1 genius of the human race, the most likely existence of a super-god, and then disappeared for some reason." Meng Anwen continued, "It didn't disappear, but was killed." Bai Yuan immediately said, "Why don't I know? Who killed me? Who can kill him?" Meng Anwen snorted, "You don't read, but you can know something. Tell me, old man Ning, you know a lot of information in your lineage." Ning Tairan poured himself a cup of tea and took a sip. Back then, Jiang Yi was known as the god of righteousness, and his occupation was the light sword 523 warrior, with dual talents and double sublimation, and a high-level legendary occupation. His level has reached level 98, and he claims to be the most likely super-god. That year, there was a great battle in Fortress Number 9. Abyssal demons attacked on a large scale. The Demon King dispatched nearly 100 of them. The human race was at stake. At that time, there were only 20 god-level powerhouses in our human race, and the ratio was too disparate. At that time, Yishen, as the strongest human being, rushed out without hesitation, fighting 50 demon kings alone. He not only held back the strongest ones, but also beheaded more than 30 demon kings. His fighting power is unparalleled. That was the battle, because the human race laid the foundation for the next 600 years. Meng Anwen continued Ning Tairan's words. That battle was called the Battle of Laying the Foundation, and the God of Righteousness fell in that year. Yan Guangsheng was in awe. Why haven't we heard of his deeds? Meng Anwen said, it was requested by the God of Righteousness. He doesn't want the world to know about his death, let alone the demon king of the abyss. As long as the abyssal demons think he is still alive, they will not dare to act rashly, which can buy more time for the human race. Ning Tairan's voice was low at this time, so a lot of information about Yi Shen was erased. Yi Shen returned to Xiajing Academy after his death. He sealed all the power and turned it into a secret realm. And this secret realm is in the dungeon hall. When he has set the rules, only when certain conditions are met can he enter the secret realm. The rule is that if you pass the Hell difficulty dungeon within 10 minutes, any dungeon is fine. Bai Yuan raised his eyebrows. You mean Xiao Yu passed the dungeon within 10 minutes? Ning Tairan nodded. 8 minutes and 01 seconds. With a little finger, Lin Moyu appears on the screen. Ning Tairan, as the leader of the dungeon hall, possesses considerable power. Only he can check the situation in each dungeon at will. In the screen, a secret entrance appeared in front of Lin Moyu. Needless to say, this is the secret realm left by the righteous god Jiang Yi 632 years ago. Bai Yuan asked anxiously, what did God of Righteousness say when he stayed in the secret realm? Is there any danger? Ning Tairan shook his head. I don't know. Everything is unknown. Yan Guangsheng immediately asked, can you transfer the voice into the dungeon? He wants to remind Lin Moyu. Ning Tairan nodded. Yes. In the dungeon, Lin Moyu was a little confused. I had just opened the dungeon. Why did the entrance to the secret realm appear in front of me? He knew that there might be dungeons in the secret realm. But I've never heard of it. There will be a secret realm in the dungeon. What happened in front of him was completely opposite to what he knew. From the entrance of the secret realm, Lin Moyu felt the majestic atmosphere. Somewhat familiar, it is the breath of a human god-level powerhouse. Yan Guangsheng, Bai Yuan and others all had a similar aura. It shows that this secret realm that suddenly appeared is related to the god-level powerhouse of the human race. Xiao Yu, can you hear me? Bai Yuan's voice came from beside his ear. Yes, Lin Moyu replied. Bai Yuan's voice continued to resound. Next, listen to me. Bai Yuan told about Jiang Ye. Lin Moyu knew that Jiang Yi was a person hundreds of years ago and one of the god-level powerhouses. But I don't know about Jiang Yi's deeds, and I only saw his name in historical figures at that time. Unexpectedly, Jiang Yi turned out to be the strongest back then. Almost super godlike existence. One person fights 50 demon kings alone, 20 is seriously injured, and 30 is beheaded. What kind of combat power is this? It turned out to be a secret realm left by such a character. No wonder he could feel a familiar atmosphere from the secret realm. Xiao Yu, no one has ever entered this secret realm. No one knows what's going on inside. Maybe there's a chance. Maybe there's danger. You decide for yourself whether you want to go in or not. Bai Yuan represented the common opinion of him and the others. After all, Lin Moyu's future depends on him. Although he is a teacher, he can't completely drag him away. Otherwise, Lin Moyu's final achievement will not surpass him. Be it Bai Yuan, Yan Guangsheng, or even Meng Anwen, they all have expectations for Lin Moyu's future. The decision is in the hands of Lin Moyu. Lin Moyu made a decision after a little thought. I'll go in. He believed that Jiang Yi should not harm his descendants of the human race. Lin Moyu took a deep breath and strode into the secret realm. When he entered the secret realm, the picture Ning Tairan pointed out disappeared at the same time. Ning Tairan was unable to check the situation in the secret realm. The expressions of the few people were a little dignified, and the next thing was up to Lin Moyu himself. This is Lin Moyu's own choice, and everyone must respect it. Ning Tairan said, "I'm going back first. Yi Yi is still practicing. I'm going to take a look." Meng Anwen asked, "How long will it take for Yi Yi to come out?" Ning Tairan shook his head. "It's hard to say. Depending on the progress of the girl's practice, it may take a while." Meng Anwen hummed, but didn't say anything more. Bai Yuan said, "When Yi Yi comes back, let the two of them get married and have children." Ning Tairan's eyebrows twitched violently twice, and the corner of his mouth twitched. "Yi Yi is still young. A grandfather like me is not in a hurry. Why are you an outsider?" Bai Yuan chuckled, "My future in-laws, I am in a hurry to embrace my grandchildren." At this time, Yan Guangsheng and Bai Yuan stood in a team. "Ning's family, I want to hug my grandson." Ning Tairan snorted, "You two, a nest of snakes and rats, you want your disciples to give birth to themselves." He left with a grumpy face. "My precious granddaughter is such a beautiful flower. After so many years of raising it, it is a beautiful idea to marry it off like this." In the secret place, Lin Moyu saw the mountains, the water, the singing of birds and the fragrance of flowers, and a paradise. This is the secret realm left by Jiang Yi. Jiang Yi is called the god of righteousness, so Lin Moyu calls it the mysterious realm of righteousness. The righteous, mysterious environment looks very similar to the outside environment. If you don't watch carefully, it's hard to see the difference. Lin Moyu felt the breath of a god-level powerhouse from these mountains and rivers. It should be said that the entire secret realm is shrouded in the aura of a god-level powerhouse. According to what the teacher said, this secret realm evolved from the god of righteousness with its last power after its fall. A level 98 god-level powerhouse with unimaginable strength can even evolve into a secret realm. It's incredible. There is a small stream at Lin Moyu's feet, winding into the distance. Lin Moyu reached out and touched the water in the stream. It's the water element. What flows in this small stream is not real water, but pure water element. Similarly, the grass under your feet, the earth, the sky, the mountains, and the trees are all made up of elements. Lin Moyu is amazed that elements can still be used like this. Not only elements, but objects in the secret world, such as trees, give Lin Moyu a sense of vitality. Lin Moyu is too familiar with this feeling. It is the power of the soul. In addition to the elements, the secret realm is also filled with the power zone of the soul. Lin Moyu was slightly startled. The god of righteousness is still alive. Although the body is dead, the soul is still there, and the will is still there. A god-level powerhouse is so terrifying. After walking for a while, a trail appeared in front of him. The trail leads to a village with dozens of houses scattered here and there. From a distance, it seems that there is still smoke curling up as if someone is living inside. Lin Moyu walked over. The moment he stepped onto the trail, he suddenly backed away quickly. A long sword descended from his head and stuck where he was originally standing. The long sword was so sharp that it was cut open like tofu. The body of the sword is not in Dazai, leaving only the hilt outside. A young man appeared beside the sword, bent down to hold the hilt, and drew the long sword out. The long sword looks inconspicuous, but the scene at the beginning made Lin Moyu vigilant. Think about it. Kill me or be killed by me. The young man didn't waste any nonsense and pointed his long sword at Lin Moyu. Lin Moyu saw 2 star rings appear on his left and right wrists. With the star ring in his body, a legendary professional, Excalibur. 4 star rings, indicating that the opponent is between level 40 and level 49. Instinctively throw out the detection technique. However, the detection technique did not return any information, and it completely failed. Lin Moyu became more vigilant. This opponent who appeared suddenly was unusual. The young man pointed his sword at Lin Moyu. Detection is useless. I am a level 39 swordsman. Think about it and kill me. Or be killed by me and stay here forever. He reported that his family was indeed a swordsman without a doubt. The same professional as Tang Jianfei, who met in the professional contest. But Lin Moyu felt strange. Shouldn't Excalibur have 3-star rings at level 39? The 4th-star ring will appear at level 40. Why he can have 4-star rings at level 39 is very weird. Obviously, the other party won't answer his question. If that's the case, let's kill him. Lin Moyu has already seen that the other party is not a real person. That being the case, you don't have to be polite. Skill, Curse of Aging. With a little finger, the red light diffuses. Suddenly, a small scarlet sword with shackles appeared above the opponent's head. Curse. A star ring on the Excalibur's wrist exploded, the long sword whined softly, and brilliant sword energy erupted all over his body instantly. The curse was shattered and strangled by the sword energy. At the same time, it has rushed towards Lin Moyu. Stepping on Lin Moyu's incomprehensible steps under his feet, he turned into afterimages at an extremely fast speed. I don't know the attributes, but in terms of speed alone, Lin Moyu thinks he is not as good as the opponent. But it doesn't matter anyway. Soul Flame doesn't need to see each other clearly. At the beginning of the fight, Lin Moyu had locked onto the opponent. The flame in the palm of the hand is burning. After the second turn, Lin Moyu used the Soul Flame for the first time. The level 40 Soul Flame has a touch of golden brilliance, like starlight, and it becomes very beautiful. But there was a dangerous breath in the flames. 50 times the talent bonus, and nearly 5 times the spiritual attribute. Lin Moyu no longer knew how powerful his Soul Flame was. The previous Soul Flame, if he uses it with all his strength, can almost instantly kill professionals of the same level. At the moment when the Soul Flame appeared, Excalibur's calm expression changed. He was shocked. Soul attack skill. In the next second, a flame landed on its forehead. There was a scream, and the swordsman uttered a scream, and the whole person suddenly appeared in a stagger. The pain of the Soul Flame is unbearable. The higher the level, the more shocking the pain. With a bang, another star ring exploded. It recovered in an instant, and at the same time a sword chi shot out, stabbing Lin Moyu straight. The skeleton armor flickered, blocking Jian Chi Yun. The Soul Flame in Lin Moyu's hand was still burning. With fear on the face of the swordsman, another star ring exploded. For a while, the sword energy exploded and intertwined into a dense net. Skill, Sword Chi Swamp. The sword chi is like a swamp, and it is difficult to move an inch if it is trapped in it. This skill is a range attack, and it also has attack and control effects. The sword chi fell densely on the skeleton armor, jingling non-stop. Every second, Lin Moyu has to withstand more than a dozen sword chi attacks, and the frequency is not low. The only disadvantage is that the attack power is a little weaker, and it is impossible to break the bone armor. Moreover, the Sword Chi Swamp cannot control Lin Moyu, whether it is bone armor or both can ignore the control effect of the Sword Chi Swamp. Lin Moyu was not affected at all, and the Soul Flame fell again. There was another scream. Excalibur's aura declined sharply. The last star ring also exploded with a bang. The long sword in his hand fell towards Lin Moyu. At this moment, Lin Moyu felt that he was locked. Blazing sword energy fell from the sky, completely submerging Lin Moyu. The earth was cut open, and a huge gap was opened. Skill, Slash. There was a smile on the Excalibur's face. This move was his strongest attack skill. He is confident that no one among professionals of the same level can stop him. Even if Lin Moyu did not die, he would be seriously injured. He stared at the sword energy closely and saw a ball of dancing flames through the sword energy. His face changed drastically, and then he froze completely, and the whole person fell limply on the ground. The third flame sank between his eyebrows and was killed as he wished. The sword energy disappeared, and at the same time, the body of the swordsman and the longsword disappeared. The first pass is over. Lin Moyu continued to walk towards the village. I have to say that the last star ring skill just now is quite powerful. It is already comparable to the blow of the Red Moon Demon. A level 40 swordsman can attack as much as a level 55 Lord-level demon. It shows that the professional attack power of 713 is really amazing. Lin Moyu had a faint guess in his heart, guessing the purpose of Yishan to do this. This is the mysterious realm, and God I is the master here. All this is naturally led by him. Just as he was thinking, another person appeared in his sight. Still the same appearance, same decoration, even the same long sword. Not to mention these, there is no difference in standing posture and breath. The only difference is that it has an extra pair of star rings on its wrist. 6 star rings. The swordsman also pointed at Lin Moyu with the same posture, level 49, Holy Light Swordsman. Think about it and kill me. Or be killed by me and stay here forever. Even the lines are the same. The Holy Light Swordsman is an upgraded version of the Divine Swordsman. After the professional sublimation occurred during the second job change, the Excalibur became the Holy Light Swordsman. Stronger attributes, stronger skills, and more star rings. Every 10th level of the Swordsman can add a star ring, and every 10th level of the Holy Swordsman can add 2 star rings. The star rings on the Excalibur's wrists are their skills. In addition to the most basic sword attacks, some powerful skills must be cast through the star ring. Star ring has a variety of abilities, which can break curses, heal itself, bless status, and so on. After reporting itself, it has already rushed towards Lin Moyu on its own initiative. Even faster than the previous one, he appeared in front of Lin Moyu almost instantly. The sword chi slanted wildly like weaving. Lin Moyu raised his hand, still using the curse of aging. The opponent's star ring exploded, and the sword energy shattered the curse. And it will not be affected by the curse for a period of time. The sword energy collided with the skeleton armor, making the skeleton armor gleaming. The attack power is also much higher than before. Lin Moyu did the same. In one-on-one situations, the Soul Flame is still the best combat skill. Auto-lock, no aiming required. Once locked, Lin Moyu can hit accurately even with his eyes closed. Just as the Soul Flame was rising, Lin Moyu suddenly lost the locked target. A star ring exploded, and nearly 100 identical Holy Light Sword Kings appeared in front of them. Lin Moyu was surrounded densely. Everyone's breath is exactly the same. It is difficult to distinguish between true and false. Everyone launched an attack on Lin Moyu together, and for a while, sword energy surged like a tide. Is it a clone? Xing Huan's skills are really strange, and it can escape the lock of the Soul Flame. But outnumber me. With a move in his heart, the wind howled, and an army of undead appeared beside him. 200 sharpshooters and 200 archmages will do it at the same time. Elemental explosions, bows and arrows, like electricity. Hundreds of clones of the swordsman were instantly wiped out. There was obvious shock in the eyes of the Holy Light Swordsman. The star rings exploded. Skill, sword chi swamp, skill, slash. It's useless, the skeletons are not controlled by the sword chi swamp at all. Lich General has a skill that directly removes the negative status. The sharp sword energy descended from the sky on the skeleton. The skeleton rushed out of the sword energy with the light of healing. Skeleton Archmage and Deadshot's attacks hit first. There were continuous explosions on the Holy Light Swordsman's body. The undead army only gave it a chance to use 2 skills. Then came a fierce counterattack. The level 49 Holy Light Swordsman was instantly killed without any suspense. Lin Moyu continued to move forward. This time he didn't bother to put away the undead army. When the skeletons acted, they kept clicking, which seemed to be a discordant note in this secret realm. But to Lin Moyu's ears, this is a voice that can make him feel at ease. There should be more. Just as he was thinking, he saw a figure in his line of sight. The same appearance, probably even the words are the same. In addition to the star ring on the wrist, there is another pair. 4 pairs of star rings. The level should also reach level 59. Lin Moyu is no nonsense. As long as you have not passed level 70, then don't be afraid. Even after level 70, you have to fight to know. It's not that they haven't killed level 70, even the Demon King's clone. With a movement in my heart, the skeletons have already moved. Hundreds of meters apart, the skeleton archmage and the ancient marksman committed crimes at the same time. The holy light swordsman, who was standing far away, suddenly burst into brilliant light. In the light, Lin Moyu saw it fell to the ground. 200 skeleton archmage and 200 skeleton marksman. 1 round of fire, direct instant kill. Straightforward without any nonsense. Don't say it, just do it. This is how Lin Moyu works. Getting closer to the village, Lin Moyu came to the entrance of the village. The houses in the village can already be seen very clearly here. Just as Lin Moyu first guessed, the houses in the village are also composed of various elements. There is smoke rising from cooking in the village, but there are no people. Another swordsman stood at the entrance of the village, guarding the way into the village. Look at the star ring on his wrist. 5 pairs, 10 star rings. It should be level 69. Apart from anything else, the undead army has already started. An explosion sounded, and the skeleton mage and shooter were wiped out again. Both attacks are locking attacks and cannot be dodged. This time the swordsman was clearly prepared. The moment the attack came, the 3 star rings on his wrist exploded together. Suddenly, thousands of identical clones appeared. The attacks of the skeleton, archmage and the marksman only destroyed a few clones of them. As soon as these clones appeared, they rushed towards Lin Moyu. Lin Moyu knew that its real body must be hidden in it, but it was difficult to distinguish. With a thought, Lin Moyu said, "Free attack." Surrounded by explosions, arrows rained like lightning. A large number of clones were quickly strangled, and none of them could get close to Lin Moyu. Suddenly, one of the avatars emitted a strong sword energy from his body. The sword energy is divided into 2. One sword energy soars to the sky, and the other sword energy forms armor around the body. The sword energy rising from the sky fell down like a meteor. There was a loud bang, and the blow was extremely powerful. All the skeletons were blown away, not even the Lich General was spared. What is brought in the attack is not the shocking effect. What is leading is the pure and powerful impact. A swordsman at level 69 has much stronger attributes than at level 59, and his attack power has greatly increased. The swordsman did not take the opportunity to attack Lin Moyu, but appeared in front of General Lich. The star ring exploded, and the sword energy emitted a dark red light. The long sword pierced Lich General's body, and Lich General seemed to be frozen in an instant, unable to move. All skills are also instantly blocked. Swordsman Xinghuan blew up a backhand sword again. Skill, Sword Chi Swamp. This time the scope of the Sword Chi Swamp was huge, covering a radius of hundreds of meters, and all the skeletons were shrouded in it. Lin Moyu was slightly startled. He didn't expect someone to be able to block Lich General. The Lich General himself was blocked, so naturally it was impossible to eliminate the abnormal state of the team. The swordsman began to output crazily to General Lich. However, the Lich General at level 40 has a physique as high as 350,000 after his own Legion strengthening bonus. Its defense is astonishingly high, and it cannot be killed easily. However, the swordsman was tireless, and he attacked General Lich with a burst of violence. The soul flame danced in Lin Moyu's hand, but he still couldn't lock the target. The opponent's avatar is not dead yet. That being the case. With a heartbeat, 2 more undead legions appeared. The Lich General casts his elimination skills the moment he appears. The skeleton escaped from the trap, and the demon general whose skills were blocked also recovered. The swordsman let out a soft drink, turned around and rushed towards Lin Moyu. The last star ring exploded. The swordsman merged with the long sword and turned into a huge sword, stabbing towards Lin Moyu with terrifying sword energy. The speed was like lightning, stabbing Lin Moyu instantly. The bone armor gleamed and creaked. Lin Moyu stood calmly, neither dodging nor evading. There is bone armor, damage transfer, and full life connection. Unless it is a real god-level powerhouse, or the existence of a demon king. It's impossible to kill him with one blow. The bone armor shattered after persisting for a second, and the long sword pierced Lin Moyu's body. But the tip of the sword only pierced the clothes and couldn't stab Lin Moyu at all. The undead army was injured one after another, and the Lich General quickly treated them. Lin Moyu will not be injured until the undead army dies. Brilliant fireworks exploded on the giant sword. At the same time, a sharp arrow fell on the giant sword with lightning. In an instant, the giant sword disappeared, and the level 69 swordsman was dead. Lin Moyu probably understood his current strength. Level 69 mid-level legendary occupations are not his opponents. Even if you want to hurt yourself, it's hard. Invincible at the same level as others is a genius. Those who can surpass the challenges of the 4th and 5th levels are top talents. What are you? Leapfrogging is as natural as breathing. It seems that it is not difficult to challenge beyond the class. After the second turn, the increase in strength was too great. Both from the book and now have been confirmed. The village is peaceful and untouched. Although everything is constructed from elements and not real, Lin Moyu still doesn't want to break its tranquility. Lin Moyu put away the undead army and walked into the village alone. The houses in the village are scattered, and there is only one main road. Lin Moyu walked along the main road and came to a hut. This hut is not special in the village, but from here you can feel the most intense soul atmosphere. Lin Moyu is very sensitive to the breath of the soul and can't be wrong. Come in. There was a sound from inside the house, and Lin Moyu walked in response. Inside the house, Hibi Kenda was sitting cross-legged. His clothes looked exactly the same as what Lin Moyu had seen before. The only difference is that there is no star ring on his wrist. Lin Moyu saluted him respectfully. "Junior Lin Moyu, I have met Lord Yi Shen." "Sit." Jiang Yi pointed in front of him. Lin Moyu sat on the ground, facing Jiang Yi. This person in front of him was the strongest human race more than 600 years ago. He once challenged 50 demon kings with his own strength in a big battle. 20 wounded and 30 killed, bought a lot of time for human beings. This is a hero of the human race. "Young man, you are very good." Jiang Yi hit Lin Moyu. Lin Moyu is very humble. Compared with Yi Shen, the younger generation is still far behind. Jiang Yi was straightforward. "Don't be too modest. You are much better than when I was young. Seeing you is like seeing the human race today, and I feel relieved." Lin Moyu said, "Although the human race still hasn't been able to eliminate the abyssal demons, it is enough to compete with the abyssal demons." "Destroy the abyss demon?" Jiang Yi sneered. "Impossible, never possible." Lin Moyu frowned. He didn't understand why Jiang Yi was so sure. Now that the human race is quite powerful, why is it impossible to eliminate the abyssal demon one day in the future? Jiang Yi smiled and said, "When you reach my level, you will know why I said that." Lin Moyu still doesn't believe it. Now the strongest person in my human race is already a half-step super god. Jiang Yi laughed so loud that the house shook, and the elements rang together. "It's useless. Even if you really become a super god-level powerhouse, don't even think about destroying Abyss." Lin Moyu was shocked. From Jiang Yi's mouth, he heard completely different information from what he knew. Even Bai Yiwan and the others didn't know this. Jiang Yi may have been a half-step supergod back then, so he probably knew more about it than Bai Yuan and others. Analyze according to his words whether there are super-god-level powerhouses among the abyssal demons. Only in this way can the explanation make sense. Lin Moyu didn't say anything more. It's useless to say more now. When you reach that level, you will always know. Jiang Yi put away his laugh and didn't bring up that topic again. Aren't you curious why I created this secret realm and set such strict conditions? Aren't you curious why I didn't tell people or explain in case the qualified people or teams don't come in? Lin Moyu shook his head. He really didn't think about it. At this time, Jiang Yi held one hand and there were two small boxes in his hand. At the same time, he said to himself, anyone who can complete the dungeon on Hell difficulty within 10 minutes must not be weak. Such a person is not timid. How could he not come in? Lin Moyu nodded secretly indeed. Even if Bai Yuan hadn't told him about Jiang Yi before, he would have come in 9 out of 10. Jiang Yi opened one of the small boxes and continued, and after you come in, you have to pass my test. You are excellent, very excellent, beyond my imagination. So I want to make a deal with you. While speaking, Jiang Yi had already handed the opened box to Lin Moyu. Lin Moyu was slightly taken aback, and there was a piece of fat in the box. The severed finger was extremely delicate and slender. It looked like a piece of beautiful jade, a bit unreal. It doesn't look like a human finger, but it doesn't look like a beast, let alone a demon dragon. Jiang Yi said, "This is the severed finger of a god." Lin Moyu was shocked suddenly. The gods. He has played element dungeons and obtained props related to gods. But it was just a prop. Jiang Yi actually said that the amputated finger in front of him belonged to a god. Jiang Yi slammed the box shut. You won't need it yet, but I can tell you that with it, it will be much easier for you to enter the god level. And you may even have a chance to become a god. Lin Moyu nodded. What do I need to do? He didn't doubt Jiang Yi's words. Since Jiang Yi said so, it must be true. Since Jiang Yi said it was a deal, there must be something he needs to do, and it won't be too simple. Jiang Yi opened another box, and there was a bead inside. The bead was only the size of a fist, and it was pitch black, so Lin Moyu couldn't tell what it was. Jiang Yi said, "The content of the transaction is that you take this bead to the upper space of the ancient battlefield and hand it over to the boss in the center of the core area." Lin Moyu's heart was full of turmoil, and he didn't expect that this transaction was related to it. But on the surface, he didn't show anything, just staring at the Dragon Balls in the box. After Jiang Yi finished speaking, he stopped talking, and he was waiting for Lin Moyu's answer. Lin Moyu thought for a moment. I accept this deal. Jiang Yi seemed relieved, with a slight smile on his face, and handed the two boxes to Lin Moyu. Lin Moyu was slightly taken aback. You are not afraid that I will lie to you. Did you take something? Jiang Yi shook his head. I won't misjudge anyone. I believe in you. He said this with great confidence. Lin Moyu put away the box. Don't worry, I will take care of this matter. Jiang Yi nodded. Don't worry, wait until you are strong enough. The core area is not easy to enter. I've waited for more than 600 years, and it's not too late to wait a few more years. Lin Moyu had some doubts in his heart. Why don't you let the god-level powerhouse help you? Jiang Yi shook his head. They are not qualified to talk to it. They just died in the past. You are different. You should be qualified to talk to it. Lin Moyu doesn't know why Jiang Yi believes in him so much. But he already understood what Jiang Yi meant. Even if it was as strong as Yan Kuangsheng, he was defeated in one blow and almost died. The other party didn't bother to talk to Yan Kuangsheng at all and only left a few words in the end. Obviously, in its eyes, Yan Kuangsheng is not qualified to talk to it. Only myself, that terrifying boss, not only talked to me, but also wanted to make a deal with me, showing that I was qualified. Jiang Yi looked at Lin Moyu and suddenly said earnestly, I'll give you another suggestion. Don't let others see what's in the box, especially the severed finger. It's too tempting, and it will bring you death. Whether it is the human race, the abyssal demon, or the dragon race, they will desperately want to get it. Lin Moyu realized the seriousness of the matter from his words. "Don't worry, I wrote down the towel." Lin Moyu chatted with Jiang Yi for a while. Jiang Yi died, and his divine power turned into a secret realm to protect his soul forever. Only when he has reached his level can he survive in this special way. The secret realm he created and all the decorations inside are the appearance of Jiang Yi's hometown when he was a child. Mountains and rivers, beautiful environment. Jiang Yi lives day by day with his own nostalgia. For more than 600 years, Lin Moyu was the first person to enter the secret realm. Jiang Yi asked Lin Moyu about the current situation of the human race. From the words, Lin Moyu can feel that even at this point, he is still very concerned about the situation of the human race. When talking about the devil of the abyss, he still has deep hatred. More than 600 years ago, it was the most intense period of time between the human race and the abyssal demons. The human race is weak but extremely tenacious. Relying on one sage after another regardless of life and death, the human race has survived to this day. Now the battle is not so fierce and the human race is getting stronger and stronger. Possesses the ability to stand up to the abyss demon. However, according to Jiang Yi's words, it is impossible to destroy the abyss demon 587. Even if a super god-level powerhouse is born, it is impossible to achieve it. Jiang Yi emphasized it again at the end. In Beixin's small courtyard, Bai Yiyuan and Yan Guangsheng looked a little dignified. They didn't know about Lin Moyu's situation, and they were all worried. The best tea in my hand has become dull. Xiao Yu should be fine, Bai Yiyuan whispered. Of course it's okay. Yan Guangsheng responded immediately, but his words seemed a little uncertain. After all, Lin Moyu entered the secret realm left by Jiang Yi more than 600 years ago. No one knows what's going on in the secret realm. Bai Yuan frowned. Old Meng, why do you think Jiang Yi left a secret place? In the palm of Meng Anwen, there is a phantom of the god Shatta, spinning continuously, exuding a misty brilliance. Meng Anwen closed his eyes tightly, as if he was thinking about something. After a while, the god Shatta stopped spinning, and Meng Anwen opened his eyes. Jiang Yi is not dead. What? Bai Yiyuan and Yan Kuang jumped up violently. Jiang Yi is not dead. How could it be possible? Meng Anwen said, Don't get excited, just listen to me. Jiang Yi is not completely dead. His body is already dead, but his soul is still alive. It's in that secret place. And for so many years, he has been hiding in the dungeon hall, and with the help of the dungeon hall's power, he has stabilized the secret realm. Yan Guangsheng's face was not natural. If Jiang Yi is not dead, then what does he want to do? Bai Yuan's eyes suddenly revealed a dangerous aura. This guy doesn't want to seize the body, does he? I've heard that there is a skill that can occupy other people's bodies. Meng Anwen snorted. What are you thinking? Jiang Yi is not such a person. According to the analysis of Jiang Yi's record, I think it is very likely that it has already surpassed the supergod half a step. If it wins the house, although it can survive, it will never be able to return to the peak. With Jiang Yi's pride, he wouldn't do such a thing even if he died. Think about it. Would you do this in your place? God-level powerhouses are very proud. Bai Yuan and Yan Guangsheng shook their heads at the same time. They would not do this. Then what does he want to do? God knows, just wait for Xiao Yu to come back and ask. After a while, there were waves of fluctuations in the space, and then a familiar breath came over. The expressions of the three relaxed at the same time, and Lin Moyu came back. Seeing Lin Moyu walk in, Bai Yiyuan coughed lightly. Did you see Jiang Yi? Lin Moyu didn't find it strange, and hummed, I see. Bai Yuan continued to ask, Is he looking for you for something? Teacher Senior Meng, take a look at this thing. Lin Moyu said and took out the 2 boxes Jiang Yi gave him. Just about to open the box, Meng Anwen said, Wait. As he spoke, he pointed his finger in the air, and the god Shiata suddenly appeared in mid-air. Bursts of light sprinkled from the Shengxia pagoda, covering the entire Beishan courtyard. The teleportation point is also temporarily closed. At this moment, Beishan courtyard seemed to be separated from the world and became an independent space. Meng Anwen said, "This box is unusual. I don't know its materials. I think the contents inside are very important. I'd better be careful." Bai Yuan and Yan Guangsheng were shocked at the same time. With Meng Anwen's knowledge and his profession, there were not many things he didn't know. Bai Yuan said, "Old Meng is still careful enough." Yan Guangsheng said, "You really should be careful." Getting ready, Lin Moyu opened the box containing the severed finger of the god. A strange breath came out from the box, instantly filling every corner of Beishan courtyard. The complexions of the few people changed drastically, and then they looked at each other again. If Meng Anwen hadn't been careful enough, this aura would probably spread far, far away. Even now, this aura has the tendency to break through the blockade and spread out. Meng Anwen's face changed slightly. "You all enter the tower." After the words fell, the god Shatter shot out 3 rays of light and took the 3 of them in instantly. Not only them, but even the Beishan courtyard were taken in together. The place where the Beishan courtyard was located instantly became barren. Meng Anwen's eyes were shining brightly, and his hands were constantly changing in front of him, and the speed was so fast that after images appeared. Signs that Lin Moyu couldn't understand flew out of his hands and fell in all directions. Meng Anwen breathed a sigh of relief after making thousands of seals in a row. "I reinforced the space and then used the god Shata to isolate it. It should be fine." At this time, Yan Guangsheng was shocked. "My dear, this is really the severed finger of a god." Bai Yuan said in a deep voice, "I thought the theory of gods was just a legend, and there are no gods in the world." Meng Anwen laughed straight. "So let you read more books, I told you before. You still don't believe it. Believe it now." Lin Moyu asked, "Teacher, Senior Meng, what exactly is a god? Is it stronger than a god-level powerhouse?" Bai Yuan glanced at Meng Anwen, motioning for him to say. Yan Guangsheng obviously couldn't tell. Meng Anwen said, "These 2 guys only know how to fight and kill. They don't know anything else. There are many kinds of gods, and most of the gods are a combination of that element, such as wind gods, fire gods, and the like. As for whether they are strong or not, it's hard to say. No one has ever seen a real god. But judging from this truncated finger, the gods are not bad." Bai Yuan looked at the broken finger. "I don't think it's stronger than me, but its power is really amazing." Yan Guangsheng whispered, "Very pure, purer than us." The 2 feel the same as Lin Moyu. The aura emanating from this severed finger is not much stronger than that of a god-level powerhouse, but it is really pure. Lin Moyu felt this kind of purity as if he had felt it before. After thinking for a long time, it suddenly thought of something. "Mr. Yan, I feel that this power is a bit like your murderous aura, and it is also pure." When Lin Moyu said this, Yan Guangsheng seemed to understand a little bit and suddenly burst out laughing. "Crazy Yan, why are you crazy?" Bai Yuan shouted. Meng Anwen was also slightly puzzled. Yan Guangsheng laughed wildly and was obviously very happy. He patted Lin Moyu's shoulder. "Xiao Yu, what a word to wake up the dreamer. I always thought that the bigger the murderous intent, the better. Now it seems that it is not the bigger the better, but the purer the better." Yan Guangsheng's words made Meng Anwen and Bai Yuan realize something. Lin Moyu is not yet at their level, so he can't understand it for the time being, so he just keeps it in his heart. From this point of view, this finger of the gods is still useful. Meng Anwen realized for a while and said in a deep voice, "No wonder Jiang Yi said that this part of the god's finger will make all the god-level powerhouses fight for it, and it is not unreasonable. Xiao Yu, let me discuss something with you." Lin Moyu immediately said, It's not safe to put this finger of a god on my body. Can I ask seniors and teachers to keep it safe for me? Meng Anwen chuckled. What Lin Moyu said was very beautiful, and they were very useful. Lin Moyu really doesn't need this thing now, at least until level 88, when he needs to prepare for stepping into the god level. It's not safe to carry it with you now. Lin Moyu said, Teacher Senior Mang, what is this thing? The three carefully studied the small beads in another box. Bai Yuan and Yan Guangsheng were the first to lose. They couldn't understand it at all. Meng Anwen thought for a long time, but finally shook his head. The world's great wonders. I really don't know this treasure, but it seems to be a high-level item. Lin Moyu said, Jiang Yi asked me to give it to the one in the core area. What? Yan Kuang gave a strange cry. The chapter story end. If you like my content, want to keep up future update, click that subscribe button and leave a like if you enjoyed the video.